Welcome back to Fearless Empowered Women. I'm Eunice.
And I'm Veronica. And today is special because this is our season 2 finale. Oh,
This season has been about courage, mindset, boundaries, money moves, leadership, wellness, real conversation for real women.
and to close the season, we're talking about something many of us are living through right now. Setbacks and the brave decision to dream again.
Because setbacks do not just disrupt plans, they can mess with confidence. We know about that, with identity and with hope.
Yeah, but here's the truth, right? A setback is not a sentence. It's a chapter.
And we could not imagine a better person to help us unpack this than our guest today, Funto Akinbisehin. She's a senior product manager at the Government Digital Service and the founder of Product Manager Africa, a platform empowering product leaders across the continent and beyond. Funto is an amazing person. She's my very good friend, my awesome sister. I'm very happy that you're here with us today, Funto.
So Funto brings the perfect mix of real life resilience, leadership, and practical steps for rebuilding, especially after life throws you off course.
Funto, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here. I'm with these amazing ladies. Thank you so much. It's good to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So Funto, when you hear the phrase rebuilding after setbacks, what comes to your mind first, personally or professionally?
Well, so personally, I've had to rebuild so many times and I've lost count, to be honest. In those moments, those feel like hits. But I've reached to a point where I no longer see them as endings. I see them as opportunities. And my life has been a series of zero moments each time, and I've become a more skilled architect of my own survival because that's just what it has been for me. The most profound collapse was personal to me when I lost my husband. It wasn't just a setback. It was a total reconfiguration of my world.
Wow.
It forced me to navigate a deep personal silence while the rest of my life demanded that I keep moving. It threatened my core. It made me question who I was to exist in a world that felt unaltered, totally altered. And that was something that I had to battle with. On the professional front as well, I've faced so many hurdles. I've navigated entirely new terrains, moved countries, trading the familiar for the unknown. I've dealt with friction coming from cultural differences and psychological toll of workplace bullying. I've also met with a reality of layoffs, basically, massive layoffs. That has also happened to me as well. But if I had allowed these experiences if I had allowed them to actually dent my confidence, then this would have not made me even speak to you today, really. But when I go through this experience, I ask myself these questions. Why do I keep going through this? Why me? It threatens me, myself, my well-being. It makes me feel sometimes like maybe I'm a target of misfortune. Maybe I'm just meant to go through this. Maybe that's what I deserve. But what I've done with it is basically to help this to sharpen myself into becoming more resilient, to look at myself as not to tie my value to work, for example, or to my circumstances, because sometimes it's beyond my control. And so I just choose that I want to bounce back. I look at my goals, I set goals, and this fuels me all the time to want to rebuild. And I make sure that they don't diminish me as a person. It's not easy, I would say. I know that I have to build from scratch, from the dark, from the unknown, and start from scratch. And this is just the thing that keeps pushing me all the time. My goal, that end goal, what I want to be, who I want to be, what I want to achieve. That's what drives me, basically. But yeah, that's what I see when I see setback.
Wow, Funto, that is powerful. A lot of women bounce back on the outside, but internally, it's a different story. We all know that. In your experience, what do setbacks do to confidence and decision making?
Well, For me, it just doesn't create a dent in one's confidence. It actually creates a crisis of your identity. It's through my setbacks, I would say, sharing my own experience. It threatened my being because I built my sense of worth around who I love and what I do. And once these two pillars were kind of removed, I asked myself, why is this happening to me? So when I lost my husband, that was a pillar for me, for example. I identified with him, and that was a part of my identity. And the few times that I've been through those layoffs or have had to leave a job, I've also been, it's as if it's been taken from me as well. And it threatens me. And so I then said, okay, I have to basically shift this narrative. What exactly are these experiences meant to do to me? Are they meant to break me? Are they meant to shape me? Are they meant to basically help me to look within and search within and find that strength from within?
Right.
And so basically, it's just helping me not to tie my value to a job title or to a marital status, for example. That was something that really helped me. I mean, I've walked through a season that threatened to dismantle everything I knew about myself. The loss of my partner, the shift in my career, where I want to be, I'm not there yet. I find myself questioning myself. And then, but I say no. These setbacks will not diminish me. I have to gain clarity from this. I have to move forward and make sure that even though the path is not easy, but these goals of mine, they must fuel my strength. They must strengthen me as a person. And that's what I choose at all times, even when in my quiet moments, when I cry, when I'm sad, when I ask myself, why? Funto, why? Why am I going through this? What have I done wrong? You know, I ask myself, but I choose honestly, I just choose to remain positive and not let those setbacks define my identity, define who I am as Funto.
Well, thank you, Funto, for being so honest and upfront with us. Just to lay the background on this as well, Funto moved from Nigeria to London, to England, and she is living in my hometown. and she set out, she noted an important thing here, which is sometimes setback isn't even just failure, right? It's loss, it's rejection, it could be burnout, it's a season of change, which Funto has obviously gone through a lot of, and sometimes not working the way you expected. That's really also what setback is. And that's what we're talking about today. So thank you so much for sharing your experiences and your feelings and everything that you've had to kind of claw through to get to where you are today. I'm sure there's a lot of knowledge and interesting facts that we can take from that. So first steps after disappointment.
So first of all, I would say that when you lose yourself, or when you lose a job or anything at all, you have a setback. One feels like a failure. One feels like I just floating. Who am I? But what I've learned is we have to separate that event from one's identity, right? So I am not that widow, right? I am a person experiencing a transition. I'm not my unemployment. I'm also experiencing that change. So it is a way of basically practicing, a way of reframing that myself and separating what has happened from who I am. And I believe this is important because it then helps to basically prevent that feeling of shame that comes with it. And it also keeps my core, my self-belief, it keeps it intact. And while those external things are going on, the core of Funto is separated from those things that are trying to define me. So that's one thing. One has to separate the event from one's identity. And then another thing is establish sub-routines. So for example, I started exercising. So I remember when I was going through that, I piled on so much weight that even I couldn't believe it. It took me a while, and I told myself, when I have the time, I said, okay, Funto, how much do you want to lose? I haven't put it on my vision, but I wanted to lose 10 kg. But I managed to lose 20 kg. And I would strength train. I started eating calorie deficit. I just started training myself. And that was when I started exercising a lot. I would not miss it. Every day, Even though I wouldn't go to the gym, I would go through my YouTube, go through all the weight things. And that was also something that was very helpful. Establishing that routine, and you're able to celebrate those small wins, right, is also important. So that was another thing, another step that was practical that I thought that I could do. And then I also had a really fantastic support system. It's really important, those who would hold your space for you when you're in grief, and those who would also help you navigate your career. So 2 things for me. I'm grateful that I have such a very good family. I have a very loving family support, and I have really good friends as well. And so they really supported me in my time of grief. And I never, ever underestimate that. It's really important that you find that safe space with your family. With my career, when that happened, especially the one that happened most recently, I found this community of people of like mind who were also searching, who had also been impacted. And we all formed that community and that bond to navigate it together. We celebrated our wins together. We also basically would also just vent as well together. And that was really, really important. And then create a plan. What are the things that I need to do? How can I, it was also important for me, my finances. How was I going to be sure that I was not going to spend more than I had saved while I was looking for a job, for example? How do I ensure that I don't go hungry? I'm still paying my mortgage. I can still feed. I can have a roof over my head and keep my daughter safe as well. Those things are also very important and realistic. These are real things that I had to deal with. Being widowed, and at the same time also loss of job as well. So those were things that I practically did that I would also admonish that if you find yourself in that position, just take a step back and separate yourself, as I said, from that situation and look within yourself. And all these things, what I've said may not work for you. It may work for you, but pick those things that work for you. Sit down and articulate those things that can help you to be able to navigate that difficult time. And as you go through it, it's also an experience of learning, an experience of growth, an experience of opportunities. You form new friendships, you form new alliances, and you find that connection. It also helps you to take that breath and take a sit back from all the, I need to do this 9 to 5, I need to, even though you're like, oh my goodness, I miss working. But at the same time, taking that step back for me was an opportunity to refine myself, find myself, and find my own community. So those are the things, those are the steps that I took basically. And I lost 20 kg, which is really good.
Wow.
I'm excited about that.
That's exciting. Yes. Well done.
Wow.
Well done.
Well, thank you. And thank you for going through all the steps. I'm sure that, we all go through these seasons, taking some notes from you, some of the learnings and things that work from you. I'm sure our listeners will benefit from this. So thank you for being generous with sharing those. So let's get practical. For women listening who have been knocked down, maybe a job didn't work out, or a relationship ended, or business idea didn't take off the way we had planned for them to. Thank you for sharing those steps. I'm sure that all of the steps that you've shared will benefit people from finding solutions or like little steps that can help them move them towards where they want to be. So is there anything else that you want to share that helped you to keep anchored to not losing who you really are, the core of it, and help you to kind of redefine your path forward to the new normal?
So there were a few things that I had to do as well, just to help me as well. I had to invest in coaching because I often tell myself the same lies that hold so many women back and say, oh, maybe this is not meant for me. But one of the things I did was to work with professional coaches. I've worked with quite a few, and I'll be the first to admit they're not very cheap. However, I refuse to see them as an expense, but rather they are an investment in myself as the asset. So my coach acted as my mirror. When my own reflection is clouded by grief, the coach reflects back the data of my successes. Tells me, look, Funto, you've done this, you've done that, you've done this. So they help me to separate my feelings because they're just fleeting. They're just very ephemeral. They just pass by. With my capabilities, the things I've actually achieved, which are permanent. And so that was really one of the things that I invested in. And then I found my tribe. I cannot overemphasize the fact that one has to build your community. It's really important. Find your community, because rebuilding in isolation it's not a good idea, because self-doubt will definitely thrive, and it will come in, it will creep in, whether you like it or not. So one of the things I did was to find my own community. I talked about it. I found this community called Never Such Alone. It was a game changer for me. It was awesome because I had people like myself. We were able to share our pains, share our joys, share our challenges, even up till now. Even though we all have successfully gotten jobs, we're still friends. We still message each other. How are you doing? What's going on? And we tell each other that. So I'll say to you, acknowledge that feeling, first of all. Don't punish yourself for having those thoughts and saying, oh, maybe this is not meant for me. Acknowledge it, because we all go through it. Consult people, professionals, as I said that I did. I talked to my coach. It was expensive, but I did it. Lean on your community. Lean on that. Find your own community and then rebuild your why. Why am I doing this? I am a work in progress, I tell myself, and I'm invested in my progress. I don't have all the answers, but I have the right people in my corner, supporting me, helping me, guiding me, and cheering me on as I go along my journey. And these are just the things that I basically tell myself. Even by the time I look down and I'm sad again, I just go back to my community. I'm like, I'm feeling this way. And everybody just cheer me up. So I think it's important to keep doing this. I will go back. I kind of stopped the coaching, but I will go back to that coaching because I find it very, very essential, especially for women. Find your coach, find that person that can help you.
Thank you for sharing that. And I think it's something that we have emphasized in a few of our episodes over the last few 2 seasons, is really finding a group of cheerleaders and supporters who will help you to navigate or mentor you through different seasons. So appreciate you sharing that, because it really is a crucial part of moving forward in life, growing in life, and making an impact in whatever stage you are at in your life. Let's talk about the theme of this episode, really, daring to dream again. So after setbacks, dreaming can feel risky, right? So how do you dream again without being ruled by fear? Because it's easy for us all to say, oh, I don't want to try that again. I feel like I've failed so many times, or I've had so many setbacks, and it's hard for me to do. How do you tell our listeners, what do you do to be able to dream again and move past that fear?
Yeah, for me, with all that I've been through, so many things, dreaming, it can feel like walking back into a house that has just been burnt down, right? Again. For me, it's not just theory. It feels risky because disappointment is a memory for me. It's something that I've been through, I've lived. But one of the things I just do is I ask myself, what if I survive? Instead of saying, what if it fails? I would ask myself, what if it survived? What if I survive? Because if the worst case is no, right, and I move on, I will do all it takes, so far as I don't harm my fellow human being, what it takes to dream, to dare to dream. And that's because I have such high aspirations and such high goals for myself. And I also remember that I have people that look up to me. I have a daughter who looks up to me. I cannot be seen as someone who is afraid to dream because of setbacks, because of past disappointments. But I tell myself, I will survive this. And then I also then don't try to dream in vacuum. When I used my coaches, they helped me to basically articulate all my strengths, all the things that I've done, my aspirations, where I want to be, and basically helping me to create a plan on how I can bridge that gap between my fear and my future. So I will never underestimate the role that the coach played in my life. I remember a coach particularly who was there for me, each time I felt like things were drowning. He would just say, no, Funto, this is what you can do. Remember you did this. He reminded me of the things that I had done, even when I don't remember what I do. And that happens a lot. We forget what we've achieved because we allow fear of failure to overcome our fear, over our feeling of, I can survive this. I also share my dreams with my tribe so that I know that I'm not alone, even if it sounds like, oh, what is she talking about? I still have them, that this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be. I'm really dreaming about this. And they remind me, if I have a particular friend who would say, the person will just come and say, Funto, what's going on? It's like that fire is not burning anymore. Why? Why? You need to keep it burning. I know what you're capable of. And each time I hear those words, it reassures me and tells me that, okay, Funto, you still have that fire in you. Keep it burning. And so that my tribe, I'm grateful for them. And then I focus on my goal. What is my next goal? What do I want to do? What do I want to achieve? What are the things that can take me there? What are the plans? What can I do, for example, to be this kind of thing that I want to be? So, for example, I'm like, okay, this AI thing, I want to be a really good AI product manager, for example. Give me a 30-day plan on how I can do it. I want to be as good as, I even looked up this lady, Veronica. She's really good. She's a coach. She teaches, she has a school, AI product school. And she's
What's her name?
Marilenika. That's her
Marilyn
name.
Nicole. Okay.
She has a PhD, worked in Google, she's worked in I mean, she's like my dream kind of, oh my gosh, this person is doing exceedingly well in this area that I'm also, because I'm a product manager as well. But I'm sure she has her challenges as well, which we will not know. She tells us. It's just good to see those kind of people thriving in that space. And I'm like, I can also do it. What can I do to level up so that I can also be that person in my own niche, my own area? And that keeps me going as well, because I know that I'm capable. And then I honor the scars that I have, I no longer dream as the person I was before. I dream as the woman I'm now, with my scars, with my experience, with what I've gone through. I dream again, not because I'm not fearless, but because goals have become more important to me than my fears. And so those are the things that keep me going. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I just have to keep going. I don't have a choice. I cannot stop until I take my last breath. I will not stop. And that's it. Yeah.
Well done.
Funto. I mean, I am in awe of this growth. Like, I am so in awe of this version of you, Funto. Like, it shows that sometimes the fire actually bring out the best in us. Like, the growth is amazing. Like, the confidence, the way you show up, it is really, really beautiful to see, to watch. Thank you. This is, like Veronica said, this is what this platform is about. It's about to encourage us to be fearless. And fearless doesn't mean we don't have the fears. We will always have them, but we get to dream despite our fear. Like, we keep going. We keep, like you said, find our tribes, make notes about all the things that you've done, that you've achieved, so that the moment where you are doubting, you can go through them, and those will pump you up to say, if I could do it then, I can still do it now. So thank you very much for being very gracious with all of your sharings and all of the scars, and sharing all of the tips and things that helped you. Thank you very much. I'm so, like I said, I can't say it enough, so in awe of this version of you from grown in a seriously beautiful way.
Thank you. Thank you. It takes a lot, but
Yes. If you let's give our listeners something they can write down. So they've had a lot they can write down over the last 25 minutes this interview. I think there's a lot they can take down. So this one is for the high achiever who feels behind. She's thinking, I should be further. What would you say to her?
I would look her in the eye, because I've been her, and I will tell her, you are not behind. You are seasoned. And that's what I'll tell her. You are not behind. You are not falling behind. You are being forged. The time you think you lost was actually time spent gaining that grit, the empathy, and the vision required to build something that lasts. You are not starting from scratch. You are starting from experience. And that is even what I tell myself as well, right? And I would say the same to you. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Eunice, I think we have the lightning round now.
Right. So, I mean, before we go to that, I want to add that sometimes when we avoid disappointment or those painful periods, we're actually avoiding our destinies. Like, those things actually bring out the best of us. So sometimes it's better to lean into those periods where we're like, oh God, I don't want to go through this. Why me? Why should I go through this? Yes. Why you? Because you have what it takes. You just have to dig inwards and bring out that strong version of yourself that can actually walk through this fire or this moment and look back and help people that are going through the same similar experience to also go through it. So beautiful, Funto. Thank you very much. So going to our lightning rounds, Funto, coffee or tea?
Decaf coffee.
Okay, not bad. Decaf coffee. I think that's what I take too. I can't do caffeine anymore,
No,
and I
even my
still
tea is
love
decaf
my
as
coffee.
well, but decaf coffee. Yeah.
Okay. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Early bird. Oh, I get tired.
Why
But I
is
want
everyone?
I think it comes with age as well. I think by this time I just want to go to bed actually. I'm already tired. But I'm an
Yeah.
early bird. I like to do things in the morning.
Okay, one word to describe this season of your life.
I would say spring.
Hmm.
Spring because it's a time of awakening, of rejuvenation, of new things, new beginnings. And that's how I choose to see it right now. When the flowers are blooming, the birds are chirping, the sun is out even more, people are happier. I struggle between autumn and spring, but I think I'll choose spring because this is the spring of my life.
I love it.
Like it. Go forth and spring forth. Funto,
Right.
spring
It's
forth.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that. So thank you. Do you want to tell us anything about Product Africa?
Yeah, Product Manager Africa, my community, which I founded in 2016, 10 years now. It's been a lot of ups and downs, but I'm grateful for the journey. I'm grateful because PM Africa was actually just something that just came out of. We don't have anything like this for Africans by Africans. All the communities were in America or an offshoot of product schools abroad springing up in Africa. But I'm proud to say Product Manager Africa Community is the first indigenous product community in Africa, founded by Moa. We have members all over the world, globally. What we focus on is just empowering product managers to be the best version of themselves, to be able to thrive on their jobs.
Nice.
I haven't done a lot in the last year or two, obviously, because I've had to refocus on a lot of other things that were going on in my life. But thankfully, I have this community of people who want to actually take PM Africa to a better and greater heights. And so we've formed community members who are community managers as well, who are now helping to host events, invite guests onto the platform. This platform, because of PM Africa, I've met really great product people globally. I've attended product conferences. It has actually projected me as well in the product space in Africa. I would say because of PM Africa, which I just did because there was nothing like that, to be honest. I wasn't seeking fame or anything. I've not even been able to monetize it, to be honest. So I'm looking for tips on monetization. But anyway, PM Africa, my plan is for it to be more structured and actually creating value, real value, and not just one of those product communities that just offer workshops and training, but actually the value that can equip product people to be able to thrive wherever they find themselves. Out of that, I then actually wrote a small book, like a small book, just basically to guide product managers to ask the right questions. Questions you should be asking as product managers. I uploaded it on Seller. It's a platform where you can download it for free. Feel free to download it if you want. Hopefully, it can act as a guide, as a tool that you can use to ask the right questions from your engineers, from your users. Ask yourself, even as a product manager, that am I building the right thing? So that's really
What we'll do is we'll definitely make sure we add your links and description to our to the bottom of our
Sure
link,
not.
the video link. Yes, so we'll do
Thank you.
that. And a little tip is just keep growing it, keep adding value, and it will find a way to monetize itself. Eventually, it will shine. So, thank you so much to the women listening. If this has humbled you, paused you, or forced you to start again, this is your reminder that you are not disqualified. Okay?
Absolutely. Funto, thank you for your honesty, your wisdom, your reminder that setbacks are not the end of the story, that it can actually give you a beautiful story. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for rocking with us all season long. If season 2 blessed you, share this finale with a friend and leave a review. It helps more women to find this community. So
Yes. Yeah.
until
Yes, a toast to season 2.
yeah,
Yes.
toast to season 2.
And until next season, keep
Cheers.
choosing healing, keep choosing courage, and keep living fearlessly.
We love you, Fearless Farm. See you soon. Season 3 is
Yes.
coming soon. Look out for season 3.
Yes.
Thank you. Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.
Thank you for tuning in to the Fearless Empowered Women podcast. We hope you found it insightful in your growth and empowerment journey. Connect with us on Instagram at fearlesswomenpod or send us an email to podcastview@gmail.com to share your views. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We look forward to connecting with you soon.